like the energy he brings. Young fella said he wants to play. Now, he feels overlooked because he came out of college during 2020.
Oh, okay.
So he missed like some of his opportunities because of that.
We finna see now. I think I just got it. Literally, think I just got it.
Yeah, you did. I see.
I'm finna check it. You see me?
Yeah.
It's up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, well, I had to figure that out. I'm getting good.
That's good for us. Somebody's got to be good around here.
Let's see how far away we are.
Yes, we are right now.
Yeah. All right. That's good.
Actually, where's the?
I know somebody's calling me. Says your new number? All right, bet. I'm going to lock you in. All right.
You got the call last week from the unregistered number or whatever that was.
Yeah, facts.
That was classic.
Being that I'm here right now, I'ma go and get it right now. Get committed right now. I'ma do some shit that's gonna uplift a bunch of people's spirit right now. Help them heal it right now. I'ma get them riches right now. Work plan, manifest, be, speak that shit into existence right now. Can't slow down, got the vision wrote down, cause I seen it, man, I'm on right now. Focus in the motherfuckers where I'm in the zone right now. Ain't no later, dog, it's only right now.
And it's only right now.
It creates.
Right now.
No past, no future right now. All I got is right now. No past, no future right now. All I got is right now. Fuck what they did to me, gon' do, cause all I get is right now. Fuck what they did to me, gon' do, cause all I get is right now. So I focus on that when I can focus on now. Pull up at a beach on the outskirts of town. Enjoy the view and give thanks to the truth. And I go hit the yo just to shut that bitch down.
And I'm high right now. So alive right now. Clear skies right now. Living my life by my own rules. I feel what I choose.
Straight and narrow, but it's just straight and narrow. Do it now. Gonna take some words, okay? And I'm right back at it. Divine alignment, fully automatic. I don't think about it. I just watch it happen. I just move toward it and I get supported. When I try to force it, it just get distorted. So I dance with it. Crystals all in my pants with it. Healing all in my hands with it. I'm an alchemist. I'm a master. I'm a rabbi. I'm a sensei. I'm a bad guy. I'm an alien. I'm an animal. I'm a cannibal. I'm so handsome, no. Yo.
And I'm high right now. Can barely open my eyes right now.
And that money we making it. Climbing these ladders and laying foundations, that's masonry. This shit is different, cause my dreams are literally chasing me. Grateful for where life is taking me. I'm living life, that's to say the least. Only true beauty can tame the beast. Only true love can tame that beast.
Are you here with me right now? Right now. Vibe with me. Vibe with me right now. Right now, yeah.
You are back on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink. Pink, what's going on, man?
I'm having a good hump day.
A good hump day?
Yeah, but not for that reason, unfortunately. Got shut out, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind on a Wednesday, man. Shout out to Robert. Yes. We got a good show for you guys today, man. Of course, if you follow us on social media, you know we have Will Lee of the Ace League in the building. We're going to be talking some things that's going on in the Ace League. We got Deshaun Watson topics coming up. We have the NBA Finals we're going to talk about, of course. I have a top 5 list of top shows that I'm watching right now. You need to be watching them. All right, because they fire. So I'm going to get that to y'all. All righty. And, of course, we got Pink segment coming up, too. So we got a really good show for you guys today, man.
You're saying you got a TV show recommendation for me?
Yes.
These are lean TV times. I mean, the NBA's over in about a week.
Yes, that's why I'm going to be giving it to you guys, man.
I appreciate that.
Get
Very
your streaming
timely.
services up, man.
Yeah.
You know, okay, say cable is dying, but the way they get their money is they make every fire show on different streaming services. Now you got to get Netflix, you got to get Hulu, you got to get HBO, you got to get this, you got to get that. They got some shit called Peacock. So by the time you get done, it's like a $180 cable bill.
Are you kidding?
Huh?
I pay over $300.
You need to get with the times. Man. You need to get with the times because they also have apps. I got people at home saying, "What y'all talking about? All I pay is $10 a month. I can watch everything." They got apps, man, where you can watch everything.
I need to find them, man. But you're right. I mean, like, I watch a bunch of soccer. It's like I got to have like 4 different apps for soccer. Then you got the different shows that people are in.
Yeah. I got put on that one.
All right, I'll be talking to Will after the show about this.
All the channels, watch your favorite sports networks. You just put that network, whatever sport you want, NFL.
That's it.
I need it, man. I need it.
Right there.
I need it. I had to go. I had to go the entire 21-22 season without watching French football. It was devastating.
Well, luckily it's not devastating for me.
Go to hell.
What has been devastating for some, man, is this Deshaun Watson thing that's going on, right?
For the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Potentially, right? So it's a lot of layers, a lot of stuff that's going on. First of all, I'm going to play a little short clip of Watson, right? Because he talked to the media yesterday and he fielded some questions. It's pretty much the second time since all of the allegations that he's been in front of the cameras and sort of making statements. But this time I thought it was interesting because he actually fielded questions. How you feel about how you fielded those and his responses is up to you. But let's play the short clip.
I'm feeling Meg the Stallion vibes coming.
Not quite, man.
Oh, really?
No.
I'll be the judge of that.
No. Not quite. So let's play it really quick here.
Why should a jury that might hear these cases believe you over dozens of women?
I understand that question, and I definitely respect it. But I feel like with this environment coming off the football field, it's hard to answer that question, especially without talking to anybody on my legal team. But at the same time, I've been honest and I've been truthful about my stance, and that's, I never forced anyone, I never assaulted anyone. So that's what, I've been saying it from the beginning, and I'm going to continue to do that until all the facts come out on the legal side. I have to continue to just, go with the process with my legal team and the court of law.
Deshaun, you've been very adamant about your innocence and stating your innocence. My question is, these allegations have done a tremendous amount of harm to your reputation. Have you thought about a countersuit for defamation, because these accusations have been, very clear, very strong, and have painted you in such a negative light publicly?
I understand that, and I know these allegations is very serious, and you have to respect that and everything that goes with it, and it impacts so many people, not just me and my family and this organization, but people that are outside in the community, this fan base, people from the Houston fan base, anyone that was a fan of mine. But as far as that, I haven't got into any of that. My biggest thing is just wanting to clear my name so I can get back, being in the environment that, I'm most comfortable in, and that's being in the community and helping people and being that role model and leader, and then also being on the football field with my teammates and try to win ball games. So that's something that I haven't really been focused on, just really clearing my name and just focusing on doing what's right and being honest and whoever I have to answer to, I have to give them the true facts.
Now, and first of all, for all the ladies that's watching, I went to our YouTube and I checked our analytics, and we actually have a decent amount of women that watch our show, right? So just in case you
Probably
guys,
because we're so fucking attractive.
hey, shout out to Mom Dukes. For you guys that are lost, right? This is a football player, a great quarterback, really good quarterback who got caught up in sexual allegations, sexual misconduct allegations from all these different massages and massage therapists. All right, that filed a suit. Now he cleared criminal, right? So he has cleared criminal lawsuits. So he won't be going criminal charges. So,
but he's subject to civil lawsuits from each one of these ladies
that he may have to shell out some cash for.
Correct.
All right. So that's where we're at with that. Now, And also there was a report last week that he, reached out to over what was it, 66 massage therapists over
17-month period.
Over a 17-month period, right? So that's where we at.
That would have been my first question. I would have literally just said, 66 girls in 17 months? What are we doing? Can you explain that?
Yeah, and the guy kind of asked it, but he attached to New York.
That was horrible.
Article. It was.
His questioning was terrific.
I think those guys get a little nervous. They get in front of the guy. They can't really ask what they
want
to
ask. What do you mean?
Ask.
Question 2, he was trying out for the legal team. I got a defense for you.
But this is what I'll say, because I'm in the middle, right? I'm on the fence. I can't fully take his side, and I can't fully take the women's side, because I'm a massage guy myself.
Are you?
Pink, not so much. I love massages.
I didn't know this about you.
And in the beginning, yeah, I'm a huge massage guy. I've gotten maybe 10 massages over the last 2 to 3 months.
Really?
Yeah.
With the same massage therapist?
So
no, don't pull that up. That's critical.
A couple.
Okay, because like I would think that getting a massage, this is not my thing, but there would be a tendency that you would like how a certain person does a massage for you, and you tend to have a small circle that you trust to do that.
I'm coming to a key in what my theory is, right?
Okay.
Because when I first started getting massages, a professional massages, not like girls off Tinder and stuff like that, right? They did ask me.
Included?
Listen, they did ask me to get naked. Every professional massage I've ever gotten.
Yeah, to your level of comfort.
Yeah, they'll say to your level of comfort. I've gotten naked.
And you were all the way comfortable.
But that's what they say. And I've gotten, and it's been cool. Now, we already know that Deshaun did not touch, rape, these women or anything like that, right? So we know that for a fact. That's out the window. And even if you listen to him, his key words are, I didn't, sexually harass or force myself until anyone, right? So, and he's hanging on to that, and I believe that part. Now, the women that, I don't know if you watched the special and some of the other interviews.
I saw some clips.
And the women are crying and emotional, and if so, but this is what I believe happened. I think Deshaun is a young guy. I do think he has a weird fetish. I think he's doing wild stuff, like maybe hanging one leg on the chair with his thing out, and and doing weird stuff, and baby, what you want to do, and do, and they're saying no. Now, one thing about Deshaun is he respects the no. I mean, you can at least give him that. No means no, but he probably asked a couple times, and and this and that, and maybe he gets a little upset when it doesn't happen, but you have to give it to him that once he got the no, he didn't force himself, he didn't harass, he didn't touch or anything. So with that not happening, I don't get the women that are the ones that were on there crying over the emotional. But once again, maybe I'm insensitive. But I didn't understand that part. I know he did some weird stuff, but he's weird, but he's no weirder than the guys who go into every DM and say, hey, can I eat your ass? And don't even know the girl's real name. and other, foot guys and all of this. He just has a weird fetish.
I agree. I felt all along that there's a fetish behavior component to this, basically based on how many people he's reaching out to and doing this with, because it's not normal to be that active in getting massages across that many people. So he, to me, clearly has some sort of fetish behavior, probably in some way gets off with the massage thing. I think the girls are all full of shit. I think that, again, if your normal lane of business is get as naked as you're comfortable with and I'm going to massage you, you shouldn't be shocked too easily. There has to be a significant volume of weirdness that goes on. And it's not your first rodeo. So stop acting like it is.
The one thing that the craziest, wildest thing I heard one of the women say was, he was pleasuring himself in the corner while I was in the room. Now, if you read the papers, the guy asked him, was the door locked? Did he lock you in? No, the door. Well, why didn't you leave? Exactly. he's not holding you because we can charge him with kidnapping and this. We can do some extra stuff, but he's not giving us much to work with.
I agree.
You can just leave.
Yeah. No. This is weird fetish behavior. It's not criminal. It's potentially inappropriate depending on where you draw that line. But at the end of the day, I don't think any of these women have been horribly damaged. I don't think there should be much financial recovery for them, and I think he should just go ahead and play football.
Yeah, let's. We're gonna get Will Lee's reaction to all this going on, and close the loop on this. Let's go. Let's get a sponsor in. We actually, we have 2 sponsors, and let's go to one of our sponsors here now. Speaking of, getting a little crazy here, our first sponsor, Overking.com.
Yes.
All right. Please don't forget Overking.com has all of your bedroom needs. And if you use promo code Bubba Pink, all right, Bubba Pink,
you get a discount.
Lowercase, uppercase, it doesn't matter. We made it easy for you. Condoms to whips, chains, to vibrators.
You always put condoms in there.
Because, man, you got to protect yourself.
No, why don't you talk about, the executioner's mask with a dildo on top? I mean, come on.
Well, because they don't have just regular condoms. They have the condoms that vibrate. They have special condoms.
Okay.
Whatever you're into, Overking.com has it.
I'm just tired of hearing about condoms.
Bubba Pink. It's not my thing either, but we're supporting healthy sexual lifestyle here on the Bench with Bubba and Pink. And you go to Overking.com and you can do that. Come on, Will. Let's get in here.
On that note.
Welcome aboard. We out here talking about dildos and execution, man. And y'all bring me in on that one. All right. Let's see how we doing this, family. All right.
What's going on, Will?
Man, what's going on, family?
All right, once again, this is Will Lee of the H League. What is the title of that? Founder and commissioner? What is your key terms you like to hear?
The official title is Czar of
Very Russian feel.
I'm just the founder and director of the H League here. Aspiration, Cannon, Power. Yeah.
All righty. And what would you say is a summer league? It's a What would you?
It's something a little bit different. A lot of people think that it's a pro-am, but I like to feel it is a pro training ground. So what we're doing here is something completely different than the typical pro-am. We are very selective about who gets in. We don't do anything as far as clout chasing, no celebrities just based off of your name. I know y'all probably seen that post.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah. So I know y'all probably seen that post just recently. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to play basketball. You have to be able to play basketball at a high level, compete. And that's what we're all about. As long as I'm the director and founder, that's what we're always going to be about. So yeah, that's what we're on.
So what is Deshaun Watson all about? In your
well, see here, I'm glad we sitting there talking about that because I heard a couple things being said about him on the news and things of that nature. But to me, Deshaun Watson is the typical 26-year-old across America. Let's just call it what it is. A 26-year-old young man who, what they say, 66 massages requested over 17 months.
Yeah.
So what's that? Roughly about three a month.
But the weird thing is, well, it's not 66 massages; it's 66 different masseuses.
No, that's. But why is that so different? Because like you, I get a lot of massages, and at the end of the day, it's about. What do you want? Now, I know when in my younger days, see, look, I'm going to tell myself a little bit, but in my younger days, there's different types of massages. If it's that young lady that I wanted to sit there and kind of dig out, but I just don't want to ask her, hey, why don't you come over and let me hit, right? Because I'm just meeting her. Yeah. The first thing I'm going to ask her, come over, let's watch a movie, and then I'm going to just try to figure out to get her away for her, put her hands on me, right? So, my shoulder's been hurt. I'm a basketball player. My coach was running me crazy. So, can you work my shoulders?
Okay.
Can you work my thighs? Can you get my groin? My groin a little tight. My groin a little tight.
I remember I was coaching at Oviedo. We were at the UCF team camp with the high school guys, and there was this absolutely gorgeous female trainer. And I just look at the kids on the bench, and I just go, this would be a great time for a groin pull, guys.
If we're going to be honest, look, at the end of the day, so I've seen some of these reports, and some of these reports is stating that, matter of fact, I'm going to give you one of the graphic ones. One that she said that he came in with nothing but a hand towel on, right? A hand towel. So he was butt naked and he had just put it over his private regions or whatever, and she was giving the massage, and in the mix of the massage, he removed the hand towel, basically allowing himself to be out there, and he started pleasuring himself. And I guess in the mix of him pleasuring himself, he happened to sit there and skeet on her. And she said that she took that semen and she just didn't know how to do it. So then she was asked by the reporter, did you stop the massage at that point? And she said no. So how are you? And this is one of the accusers of the 24, all right? If you're so distraught, she said, I was nervous. I was so scared for my safety because he just pleasured himself and secreted on me that I just froze there and continued on with the massage.
I mean, unless
what are we talking about?
Unless he two-pump chumped himself.
Yeah,
you had
is he
plenty of
lightning
time to
fast?
react.
Got plenty of time to move.
You had plenty of
leave
time
the
to say,
room.
hey, this isn't what we're doing. I'm going to step back if that's what you need to do.
And see, that's the kind of details where, for shock and awe with the media, they want to sit there and create a narrative because essentially it's so much easier in this lazy reporting by our media outlets to just put it out there, right? Another young man who's out there couldn't get his sexual things under control. But I can guarantee you on college campuses across this country, these sororities and fraternities, which I'm a part of, are doing far, far worse. Are doing far, far worse.
But that's my point, right there. And that's why I said at the end of my little diatribe that there are far worse things, far worse fetishes. He's not, but Will, it's there's some weird shit. I mean, he did do. I don't even know if it's wrong per se, or what have you. But it's some over the top. Which do you think he should be suspended if those facts are true?
All right. So
again,
the facts of him saying I'm going to hand select some Instagram unlicensed massage therapists, right? So
Yes,
these
what
are
he did.
unlicensed people
Yes.
that have technically no business out there giving massages,
In the first
right?
place, yeah.
To
Right.
massages, but he's basically going through what Instagram, which is basically like that same handbook that they do at these little happy ending spas. You know?
yeah.
I mean, not that I've ever been to.
Thanks for clearing that up. I'm sure that everyone was just really concerned.
Yes, they was really concerned about that. But let's be real though. What did he essentially do? He went on Instagram, he selected, said, hey, I'm trying to get a massage from you. I know that you may not be licensed or whatever else. He's clearly attracted to whatever these young ladies are, right? And this is where he's shooting his shot. What other man, are these women going to do that for a nobody? Right? Are these same women going to come over to this man's hotel room, his house, and things of that nature to give a complete stranger a massage?
Not unless they smell money.
Not unless they smell money. So what?
Yeah.
Essentially, just listen to what you just said, Pete. They smell money, and at the end of the day, 2 grand juries said no criminal charges. And, remember, this is a black man in America, a high-profile black man in America. You best believe if they found anything, they would have hung his ass to the wall.
Yeah,
And at the end of the day, 2 different grand juries in Texas, of all places. That's like me sitting there committing a crime in Alabama, right? Come on, let's call a spade a spade. But
for
in
real.
Texas,
Yeah.
you have 2 grand juries said no, we couldn't find no criminal charges. After thoroughly searching it, the NFL hired their own investigator, couldn't find anything criminal. So essentially, is what I'm saying. He went out there, he got his little freak on, no different than a lot of us, right? His just so happened to come public because the people that he slept with decided they wanted a couple dollars out of the deal. Because nobody's talking about the 18 licensed massage therapists that came voluntarily to his defense saying he's never did anything wrong.
Yeah.
See, nobody's talking about that.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really feel like he should have ever been suspended from playing football. I mean, I again, you had 2 grand juries who said there's nothing criminal here. You have these civil suits, but what is your damage? There's no physical injury. You can't tell me these people are mentally scarred. I mean, you were perhaps inconvenienced, perhaps mildly, temporarily embarrassed, and that's it. You got paid for your service, and if
Probably
you're
very well.
Yeah.
You're not even a licensed masseuse.
above market price. So why are we still talking about this? I mean, it is a little amusing because it does seem like a weird move. I do think it's still a little bit of a fetish move, which is, I guess amusing, but there's nothing criminal. People are not being hurt in any significant way. and this guy hasn't been able to play football. I don't know why the Texans sat on him last year, didn't put him in.
Yeah, it's the they didn't sit on him. He didn't want to play for them.
And notice the correlation from
I
the
told
time.
Pink, yeah.
The correlation from the time that he sat there, which you know that they also knew because they now
They
have
had
been
to know.
They're a part of that suit now because now was it Bumsy or whatever his name is, the
team
lawyer?
official, yeah.
yeah. So now they're saying that the team official knew and they were providing massage therapists to Watson. So essentially, you know what the Texans
Not only
did.
that.
You wanted to leave?
Yeah. Not only that, they were providing hotels. And one of the team officials actually provided Watson with a couple of NDAs for some of those therapists.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So the Houston Texans knew the whole time, and they were letting him ride out and do all of this whole time.
And so
probably
how
because
dare you leave me?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
like a scoring. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the difference than what the Texans, a $1 billion organization, did than Scorn Lover, right?
Yeah.
And start letting out nude photos to social media,
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
yeah.
Essentially,
Nah, yeah,
after
you're
the
right,
relationship
you're
is
right
over.
about that.
1000%.
You're right,
That's
you're
all
right.
that just happened here.
1000%.
So now they basically telling on Watson, saying, oh, well, guess what? They're the one that first leaked that information, right? We heard nothing about him getting massages for 2.5 years. Matter of fact, they gave him a large contract during that time.
That
he
they
was
knew.
getting those
That
massages.
they knew.
What we talking about? Like, come on, man. Let's just use common sense here.
No, you're right.
What we talking
You're
about?
right.
You see?
I agree.
You
It's
see?
the
And-
whole-
And he's already had several meetings with the NFL. Like I don't understand why they just won't come out and make a hard stance because they know what happened. The Houston Texans know what happened.
Because
court of public
the
opinion.
league, the court of public, the league is afraid of it.
Yeah.
They've mismanaged enough, like through time. You go back to the Ray Rice thing.
And 41%
you know that
of your
came up to
demographic
blow up in
is
their
women
face.
that's
Yeah.
watching your product.
Yeah.
You know.
And they're trying to grow that population
And
too.
they're trying to
Yeah.
grow that population.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get that spending capital. So essentially, you can't just say, we're not doing anything. You got to at least show the mask of, we're trying everything possible to make sure we get this right.
We're looking into it. And then you're just waiting. Does this sufficiently blow over that nobody cares, or is there another thing? And this new article, the New York Times, it's just enough to create a little fresh momentum to what was a pretty dead story. You know, and so now the league's got to do their little ballet tap dance until, you know, this blows over without meting out any discipline. And I would think, you know, without any criminal juice on this, the league could have issues with the Players Association if they do put some sort of suspension or exempt list, because it may not be defensible. From a
It may
legal
not, but
standpoint.
I don't think they'll touch it, man.
Yeah.
No,
I
but
don't
what I'm
think-
saying is that that's why they haven't really done anything.
Yeah.
They're just keeping all options open as
Yeah.
long as possible until it just kind of winds itself out. Because if they act, and say he's exonerated and something horrible comes out 2 months later, they look real crappy like they did with Ray Rice. If they if they act in terms of suspending him and it's overblown and you're not defensible from a legal standpoint, they're in hot water there. Their best play is to just let it wind out until there's nothing left.
Yeah, until it's damaging to the brand. So that's essentially what we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it play out with the Kaepernick situation. When things get damaging to the brand, it's like, you know, they'll sit there and make Deshaun Watson disappear. And we know this, right?
No, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, as effed up as it is, like sexual deviance is not that damaging to the brand. It's not as damaging to the brand than to stand up against racism.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is, man. Once again, you guys are live, man, on the Bench Podcast Live. We're on all podcast streaming platforms. Like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff, especially for a chance of a free T-shirt, man. We have T-shirts here. Once again, we got Will Lee of the Ace League here, man. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk more about the Ace League, some of the celebrities. I saw some women on the post saying, why did you not let this one of the certain celebrities in the league? So we'll talk about that. And some of the pro players that you have coming. Then we're going to talk some NBA Finals, of course, and some more crazy stuff. Let's get to our first sug of the day. This is One Bruh Code, who's actually a hooper as well. We'll be right back on the Bench Podcast.
It was slippery. Jumped in that water when the glistening. Jumped out that water, it was slippery. Working on my social distancing. I got the rod, but I'm no fisherman. We been locked up on this quarantine. Baby, why you wanting more from me? Deeper than the ocean, would you go for me? You the shit, you my little bitch, you my little butterbean. When we loving it's like poetry. She said you fucked me, then you stole me. I told her not to test the luck with me. And baby, best believe it's up there, then it stuck with me. Put on some cannon and she wonder what's the vibe now. She see a star cause I can see it in her eyes now. She kissing on me, got my Jimmy by the rise out. She say it's shit I never knew, I'm trying to find out. Jumped in that water when the diving in. Make a vocal reach the top, I got her hollering. Got my mind a little gone, you got it wandering. Got me drooling, got me sweating, got me slobbering. Oh, you get so slippery when you wet. I'll dig you down, got my grip around your neck. Shot after shot when I'm deep in your bag. Knock the screws out your bed when I'm deep in your legs. Jumped in that water when the glistening. Jumped out that water, it was slippery. Working on my social distancing. I got the rod, but I'm no fisherman. We been locked up on this quarantine. Baby, why you wanting more from me? Deeper than the ocean, would you go for me? You the shit, you my little bitch, you my little butterbean.
She sucked that dick so good it got me wondering, am I the only one that you been fucking with? Put it on me and my mind been going ever since. But baby, I'm a thug, so I can't let you in. Pistol on the bed when I kiss on your skin. Phone ring but you and me, so baby, fuck your friend. Only time you can't pick up is if they joining in. D&D know what that mean we going in. You ain't gotta be all mine to hit my phone line. Whenever he ain't around, baby, that's hard time. Baby, I'm a gangsta, I move silent, I got more times. When I look in your eyes, I know you valuable like Off-White. Baby, come to me, you been hesitating. Need to clear my mind, you been distant lately. It's the way you moan when you cream and shade. But if you choosing sides, then it's fuck you, baby.
Jumped in that water when the glistening. Jumped out that water, it was slippery. Working on my social distancing.
Once again, you are back on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink. We got Will Lee of the H League in the building. That was One Bro Code. You can check that on all streaming platforms, just like our podcast, man. Will, man, the H League is coming right around.
Yes, we started.
Right around the corner. So it's this weekend coming up?
Monday, yes. June 20th.
Yeah, June 20th.
Open day, and I'm excited. Bigger and better than ever.
I'm excited too. It just brings a lot of energy when it's coming.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just you feel it now, and it's like it's real. We're getting ready to go again, and it's the highlight of the summer, man.
If you had to pick one thing, one reason on why H League has improved to this level, has gotten to this level, would you say is your bravado and your pushing it and stuff like that on social media? Would you say is the level of players increasing every summer? Different pro names, things like that. Mm-hmm. What would you say? What's the number one reason?
I would say the number one reason is God gave me the vision. Okay. He planted a vision in me a while back that this was possible. And that's why I feel like I can't fail. And it's one of those things where I'm just working. You know how they say faith without work is dead?
Right.
And it's one of those things that he gave me that vision of what this could become. And I've just been pushing. You know what I mean? I've been pushing and won't stop. We're just getting started. That's right. And we have it up on the screen. H League, like I say, starting June 20th. The tickets are on sale right now. Make sure you go get your tickets for the H League. That is a great value for a whole season. That right there that I have on the screen, $80, man. You don't want to miss it. It's only $50. It's only $50 for the.
It's $80 value.
Yeah.
But the season ticket is $50. I apologize.
Yep. Get
but
the season
it's
ticket,
$80
playoffs, and championship.
That's right. The whole 9 yards.
Oh, kids are always free too. Let me put that out there.
Oh yeah,
kids
please
are
do.
always free. 0
do.
through 17, they ain't never gonna ever pay.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
0
ain't-
through
the
17.
kids, that's what we doing it for. 0
At
through
17, I had a job at 17, so
Hey,
you getting by. 17, you can sneak in there, man. Do I have to show ID?
I mean,
Can I go for 17?
Those days are gone.
I think I rode it to about 23.
yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's talk about it, man. Let's get to the main thing, the main post. Let's get to the celebrities
Okay.
that wanted to be a part of the Ace League. Some that you reached out to or heard from.
Yes.
Through different channels.
Yeah, how did that come about? Like we all saw the post you
Okay,
made after
all
the
right.
fact.
So-
how did it come to you?
So typically, I forgot what the brother's name is. He's from How to Get Away with Murder. I've seen him in Raising Dion.
I was about to say, Raising Dion. That's the
Raising
show I've seen him in.
So he's
Rome something?
yes, Rome. Yes,
Yeah.
Rome something. And so what ended up happening is that he hit up the Ace League Instagram page, and the
wow.
Ace League Instagram page is run by my staff. So I'm old. I don't really know how to do all that technology stuff. I just now got on Instagram like a couple months ago. So you know what I mean? Like I just figured out how to master Facebook, but Instagram, that's out of my pay grade. So I have my staff. They do the Instagram stuff. So they reached out to me and said, "Will, what do you want to do with this and everything else?" So I said, "Hey, I'll get in contact with them." Rome Flynn, that's his name.
Yeah.
Ron Flynn. There
Yes.
you go.
So I reached out to him and said, "Hey, introduce myself." I'm Will Lee, blah, 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 director of the Ace League. And before I even talk to any celebrities or any pro players, I already do my research on them before, so I can say, "Hey, I got a spot I can find for you," or this ain't gonna be for you, because I'm a straight shooter, and I tell you, if you're gonna get you're gonna get beat down pretty bad. It is like there's no point, because you're hurting my brand, you're hurting my product. Because what good is to have a bunch of just celebrities out there? I'm not there for clout. I'm not here for clout. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I want great basketball players, and if that gym has to be empty and we're just having great games, I'll do that. But I don't need clout. I'm not looking for it. None of that stuff impressed me. They got to put on their pants the same way I put on my pants. And that's just what it is. I treat everybody the same way.
What did your research disclose about Rome?
Well, yeah. So he played a little bit of JUCO. He struggled a little bit. You know what I mean? He struggled a little bit in the little bit of JUCO that he did play. I believe he played like 4 or 5 games, which then told me he probably was getting lit up, and why he decided to go into acting. So what ended up happening is that I was just going back and forth with him. He was like, "No, I really could play," and so he started sending me pictures of other pro-ams that he's played in, and start telling me about how he knows this guy and that guy. Matter of fact, he sent me a picture of him and Kyrie together, and I'm like, "Yo, that's great," but at the end of the day. You're this is not the league for you, because those that's played in the Ace League, we compete. Yeah. And we compete to a point, because me being a former ball player myself, I know how to push buttons on guys. I know what guys don't want to hear, because one thing about the Ace, and that's the reason why I built it the way that I have, is that most of my overseas professionals, their family and friends never get to see them play in person. Okay, so the summertime is the only time their best friends, their families, and everything gets to see them for the first time in competing. And so essentially, you don't want to put on a bad showing to this guy that think you the best thing since Michael Jordan, because most guys' friends, right, think that my guy should have been in the NBA, but it was politics that stopped him from going, or this, that, and the third. Right. Then when you actually see him go against other professionals, it says, "Oh, he ain't what I thought he was," right? Yeah. And when that happens in front of guys' friends and family and things of that nature, right, their children, it's something about a man's competitive spirit that comes out. Yeah. And I know how to tap into that. And so that's where we're different than any other league. I think the last time we was on here, we hadn't played the Drew League yet. Yeah. But, last year in the TBT, our Ace League guys that, were on the Florida TNT team went in there and smacked the Drew League guys. Oh, yeah? You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm trying to tell people that, Ace, we are different over here. We're not doing the same way how these other pro-ams doing. That's no disrespect to the other pro-ams. I know a lot of the guys who run the other pro-ams, right? But we're different. We're built different.
So the Rome guy, right? Yeah, mm-hmm. I saw the ladies coming up under the post. Just let them in. Yeah. So guys like that, right? what was the end result of the conversation? Did you tell him? Did you at least tell him like to come by and do a workout at one of the runs?
No. So what was the discuss was, I guess he knows somebody that's already in ACE.
That's what I've heard too.
Yeah. So he knows somebody that's already in ACE. So I said, hey, look, you get with that guy, you get with his team owner, and see if that's something that you can make.
Okay.
You know, and if it's you make it, great. If not, matter of fact, it was Juan. Juan said, bring him into y'all camp. But at the end of the day, he's not going to be good enough to make the Pedro Posse team. Yeah. So essentially, I mean, I can't sit there and tell the other team owners, because that's not what I do. I just tell them what pros reach out to me, and I say, do you want these guys? Yes or no? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, is this somebody that fits what y'all trying to do? Yes or no? And
do you pick and choose?
Huh?
So when a pro guy reaches out to you, whatever, Aaron Gordon reach out to you.
Yeah, so when
is there a specific team you reach out to, or is there a group chat you say, hey, Aaron Gordon's available, who want him?
All right, so there's a group chat of all the team owners. Okay, so all the team owners are in there. I believe you're in there
I'm
as
in
well.
there.
Yeah, so a group of all the team owners. So when a pro guy reaches out to me, say if it's like a Cole Anthony, because I've talked to Cole. Cole is actually going to play. He tried to put a team in this year. But
he wanted a team of his own.
Yeah, he wanted a team of his own. So he said he's going to sponsor his own team next year, but he's going to play this year. So you got guys like him, Mobamba. So what they're going to do is they're only going to play a game or two, right? So they're going to come in, play a game or two. They'll pretty much want to play against each other. So like Aaron Gordon told me directly to my face that he wants to play against whoever Austin Rivers is playing with. He want to play against them so he can lock his ass up. That's what he said. Okay. Right? You see what I'm saying? So I you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, when it's those tier guys,
not their teammates. So that's actually fire.
Yes,
because that means they're talking about it too in the NBA locker rooms.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm coming to the Ace this summer, man. Oh, dude, what's that? Oh shit, well, I'm gonna come and lock your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah.
Last year at the NBA Summer League, I got to spend a lot of time with Rich Paul. And and just talking to him, picking his brain about a few things, and him and LeBron had already heard about Ace. So me being a LeBron guy, you know how that made me feel.
Right.
So I was like, because when they were here in the bubble, a lot of people forgot. So when they were here in the bubble, they heard about it. And remember, we were the only thing going during 2020.
That's right, because we were playing at the same time the bubble was going down.
Yes, we were playing at the same time the bubble. So we were essentially the only really basketball organization that summer of 2020 that was going, because we had the courage to continue on and do what we needed to do.
That was the highlight of COVID for me.
Oh, yes. I remember you telling me that.
I mean, like the opening night of Ace during coming out of the depths of COVID was the first time in whatever 4 months or whatever that I actually felt like a human being again. And it was just being back in the gym with the Ace family of guys. Yeah. And it was, and it was crazy. Like people were trying to sneak into random gyms and outdoor courts just to play a little.
Oh, we was doing it. Oh, we was doing it.
And
you best believe it.
And then, when the league opened that night, we had a gym full of people, and it was, like, I don't know. You had attendance that night, with the teams and everybody, there had to have been 200 people maybe in the gym.
I think that's what helped us take off too, though, because that gave us an opportunity to sit there and really blow up. You had guys like I had millionaires hiding and ducking the police for private runs. I'm dead serious.
Right.
I had Dwayne Bacon. I had all these other guys. I mean, the top pro guys. We out here hiding in bushes, sneaking in from a private runs and everything else.
I remember we were talking.
Yes,
about
yes.
He's like, Pink, I didn't know you were built for that life.
Yes, because you said where we was playing at, and I was like, Pink, you sure? Because we literally was hiding. We would drive. Like I would tell everybody, when we were doing the private runs, right before A started, I would tell all these pro guys, you'll have a Maserati parked in this side of the parking lot, but we couldn't be too cluttered because, the campus police would come through and just say and figure out, like, where's all these people going on there? So we would spread out throughout the campus, and then we would all have to walk. And then we see police officers and stuff, like we were ducking and hiding behind. We were ducking behind bushes and trees. And, man, it was a wild time. But that show you how much guys love the hoop.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
These guys are multi-millionaires. They don't have to do this. They could have easily said, and I'm talking about they were driving hours. Like I had all the pro guys from different places, the coastline, Tampa. I mean,
I know Maurice was driving for a little second. So to close the loop on this, off the top of your head, name the professional players that are going to be in the Ace League this year, professional
All right.
basketball players?
Obviously, probably 90% of the league is professional, but just off the top of my head, some of the bigger
Okay.
name guys.
Yeah, bigger name.
Let's go with Hassani Gravett. Obviously, he'd just be his third year in there. Cole Anthony, Mo Bamba, Aaron Gordon, Dwayne Bacon, R.J. Hampton, who also both of those guys have played multiple games. Off the top of my head,
Did you say Austin Rivers? Did he close on the team?
Austin told me last year at the All-Star, at the championship game that he was going to be in playing. So I haven't heard from him. I know he's in the middle of a contract.
Anthony Simons.
Yeah, Anthony Simons.
He
You know what I
played a
mean?
game
Matter of fact,
last
he just sent me a video saying that he's going to be supporting us in the TBT on ESPN this year.
Okay.
So yeah, he just sent that. I mean, it's a lot of guys. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, for sure.
We jam packed this year. This is about to be a show. It's epic.
And what you also see, I mean, the NBA guys are obviously great, but like what you do see is that next tier of guys that are not in the league that are still tremendous players.
Oh, I found my favorite guy. I called him the Great White Hope.
Oh,
We'll
yeah, I
know.
know Scotty.
Scotty James.
Scotty James.
I paid just to see Scotty James. Like you guys out there, you may not know him.
He's over in Israel killing cats. I mean, you'll see him on ESPN this year. He just signed with Florida TNT. That young man, he's really good. He's really, really good.
He's just signed with Florida TNT.
Yeah.
Did you try to get him?
Of course I did. I wouldn't be the GM that I am if I didn't reach out. But, I mean, he already has a relationship with Dominique Jones, of the Dallas Mavericks. So, and I understand that. You know what I mean? No question. I wish them Godspeed.
Yeah.
Not too much, but you do wish
No, of course. Look. See, I got the market cornered, though, if you think about it, Pink. I mean, you think about it, Bubba, like, think about what I'm saying. I got the market corner.
Do you?
Because at the end of the day,
that's the second team in the
I got the
from
Ace
the
League
area
All-Star,
now.
and then
and
the
they
Florida
talking, the other team
TNT.
talking a little trash.
They got 9 Ace League guys
Which one? Which team?
on the Florida TNT.
TNT.
They got 9 Ace League guys.
Damn
I haven't seen that roster yet.
Damn near, but it was the same. I mean, the
same.
roster last year, that like damn near.
Yeah, they had about 6 or 7 last
So
year.
guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? If my guys, for whatever reason, which I feel my guys is gonna take it, I can't. I feel we have the best team.
Okay.
I feel my guys are gonna take it. But for whatever reason, if they end up taking it, guess what? I got all those guys that's on that Florida TNT guys wearing an Ace League jersey. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna promote that because at the end of the day, them still my guys.
Yeah,
they
it's a positive
family.
reflection.
I've invited some of the Florida TNT guys to come in to my personal training camp because at the end of the day, they Ace League family. Some of them showed up already.
Yeah.
See Warren and Latte and all those guys, they showed up.
Okay, Chris
because
Warren.
they family.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is a family brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna compete. We gonna bump all summer real hard, and at the end of the day, we can go out for drinks. You see what I'm saying?
And
That's it.
I'm going to vouch for that because it's really, since the Ace League started over the last 4 years now, like I've made so many good relationships with people. I knew people in basketball already, but like it's just gotten better and wider and deeper the way you relate and interact with these guys. And a lot of the weekends this summer, we'll have different groups going to money tournaments throughout the state and whatever, and inevitably you end up running, playing the same guys, and it's you're low key rooting for the Polk guys to win when we're down in South Florida, and hopefully we'll see them later in the bracket.
Because you made a relationship with
Yeah,
them.
and it is a family vibe, man. It's when you see each other, it's really positive, man.
So that's another reason to come to the H League. Come and network. You're a basketball guy. You know what I mean? You're in the circles. Come to the H League and get some networking in.
There's no better place in the middle of the summer to network if you're in the basketball community than there.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, there's none. It doesn't exist.
All right, man. Let's take another quick break. Anything else you want to close the loop on the H League with?
I mean, besides y'all, make sure y'all come out.
Yeah.
Y'all come out and support. I mean, it's like I said, it's going to be showtime.
Yeah.
All summer long.
Monday, Tuesday, June 20
June
and
20,
21.
Yep, 21.
Games
6
at
o'clock.
6, 7, and 8.
Yeah.
3 games a night. If you're not a season ticket person, I think it's $10 a head to get in.
Yep.
Free for kids. It is a great show basketball-wise. It's also just a lot of fun to be out there. You're going to have the concessions going
Oh, yeah,
again.
absolutely. Concessions
Okay.
going, music going to be playing. We're going to be dancing. You're going to see when somebody get crossed over and dunked on. I'm dancing in the middle of the flow. Like, like I said, it's a whole vibe. It's definitely a whole vibe.
And if you're a betting guy, look for Ty Hillman.
Oh, yeah. That's it. That's definitely.
One thing I love the shout outs, man. You in there, you feel like a little star, man.
Yeah, no question.
Look at Bubba in the corner, man.
Yeah, that's it. Ain't no question. Like I said, we want to create a whole vibe for the community.
No, for sure. All right, we'll be right back. Let's get to Another guy that we know pretty good here, TJ Peso. We'll be right back. You're on the Bench Podcast with Bubba and Pink.
Yeah. Catch me front line, I'm the front runner, top of the list, I'm the top gunner. Pull up, let it drill like I'm from 300. Counting all these hundreds like my fingers stutter. Swear I'm on the road, all the flows is butter. Big body Maserati, nigga, fuck a Hummer. Really came from nothing, all my niggas gutter. Freddie Kane, keep the sticks, he a big drummer. Told them last tape, this shit was for the summer. Nigga, I'm the one, if we talking number. A few baddies from the town, they know it's going down. I hit them out the park, nigga, I'm a big slugger. It didn't even take that much to put the city on. I kinda merely do my bop and get my ditty on. Cause with the money come the power, get my 50 on. That shit got them in they feelings, get your shiggy on. And if these niggas in the way, then they can move along. I keep it business even though I left the suit at home. I'm standing tall in places where they feel I don't belong. Either way that you look at it, man, I'm putting on. Sleep if you want to, then do what you gon' do. When these niggas watching, make it count just like 1, 2. And they can't put me in no box, this ain't Sudoku. But they can catch me on the TV like a Roku. Cause a nigga keep the flow nasty like it's tofu. The music make them feel good, this the soul food. And the optimistic thoughts keep my soul full. I'm sitting back, I'm watching who they sold they soul to. But that's real though. I swear I'm kicking hard shit, this like a steel toe. I really started from the bottom trying to build though. And what I got around my neck, these niggas kill for. I made my shooters turn legal, but they still go. Know a few hoes that turn to housewives and they still blow. Swear a nigga really ballin' like I'm still pro. And when the jewelry in the dark, I bet it still glow. When the time approaching, hoodie up and get a beanie. Always see ahead like I'm talking to Mr. Feeney. When boy meets world and you struggling just to make it, I need more than 3 wishes, nigga, fuck a genie. I swear we them ones, I feel like Mike Beasley. Simon on the belt, first name BB. With 20/20 vision, niggas can't see me. Cause these niggas outdated like a fucking CD. Shit.
You guys are back on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink. That once again, that was TJ Peso. And yes, shout out to Edits by Keith, man. Edits by Keith letting us know, man, the media is going to be crazy at the Ace League. You know what I mean? So all of y'all hoopers, man, make sure you get your highlight tapes. I prefer if you get them by Edits by Keith, but it's going to be many guys there.
And shout out to Keith for having another kid. Had a daughter.
Congratulations,
Congratulations,
Keith.
Keith.
Yeah, man. I saw him like.
I see your pull-out game is worse than mine. I said that. Are we live? Oh.
I saw him and the family like on Saturday at B. Rich's house. And then like Monday, like I see the story come over with a new edition. I was like, damn, I saw she was pregnant, but I didn't know that.
We ain't talking about the singing girl.
Yeah.
Really quick here, man. It's a good time to get our second sponsor in here, Royal13thebrand.com. If you guys want to be fresh for the summer, make sure you go to Royal13thebrand.com. Use promo code Bubba Pink. That's the promo code to all of our sponsors there, and get a discount there for Royal13thebrand.com.
Hey, Bubba, did you get that outfit for Monday night?
Not yet, man.
Hurry up,
Not yet.
man.
I reached out to him though. The shorts is what I'm interested in.
Yeah, I was about to say the shorts. I'll rock those.
The shorts is what I'm interested in. All right, all right.
I expect to see those Monday night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's move to the NBA Finals, man. All right, let's move to the NBA Finals here. Let me find it on here, first of all. Okay, here we go. And
he says he's done in the baby business.
He's done in the baby business. Great series so far, man, between the Celtics and the Warriors. Of course, the Warriors took a big game here in game 5. My first question to you guys is, what do the Celtics need to do to force a game 7?
Win.
That's the big question.
Win.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Any
that's the
tactical.
simple answer. Yeah,
I mean, you got to find a way. And they've they hurt themselves at the free throw line the other night. Was really rough on the free throw shooting, and I thought they got a little bit distracted by some dubious calls too. I thought they kind of unraveled a little bit in that regard, and they've got to be better than that.
What you think, Will?
Honestly, I'm looking at it from a standpoint of they have to stop shooting all those threes. Like, I mean, I know they've been living and dying by those threes all season and all year in playoffs, but at the end of the day, get to the basket. You're going to get some home cooking. We're talking about Boston. You know, this is the same team that just raised the rim a little bit while the other
that
team
was
was
crazy,
playing.
right? And nobody really checked them on that.
Yeah.
Nobody really talked about it.
Ain't nobody really talking about that because Boston is notorious for doing all kinds of things. You know, they fans, get the green light to literally say whatever, no pun intended. But it's like, here's what the Celtics are going to do. The Celtics are going to win this game. Like, that's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I ain't no big gambling man, but I'm telling you what I know.
Well, Ty Hillman told me they're going to win.
Yeah, well, look, it's a 105-96 game. That's
Okay.
a 105-96 Celtics forcing Game 7, but they are going to lose in the finals. Y'all welcome. For all you that gamble and everything else, I just gave y'all some free game because y'all know how I sit there, and I'm very accurate on my posts, on my predictions. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with that.
Well, that being said, I mean, do you feel like a conspiracy's in play and this is already decided?
Well,
or,
no, I mean-
or are we watching real basketball?
Well, see, remember, we're talking about NBA. NBA is about storylines. So everything is always going to be predicated on what's the best storyline to capitalize on their dollars. I mean, essentially, a Game 7, right, with Steph Curry, you're going to hear those narratives. If Steph Curry, is he just as good as LeBron? Is Steph Curry a top 10 player all time?
Right,
Is
right.
Jason Tatum ready to take over the mantle of Kobe, right? They brung up those images. So those are storylines. The NBA wants to capitalize on these dollars because the longer they capitalize, longer the games go, the more sponsorship dollars they can get, more commercials they can get in there. The TV companies, they're like, let's go for it. They're feeling great.
Well, that speaks
Yeah.
to the whole thing being bullshit.
But
And,
it is,
like,
though.
WWE. Well, that's why I asked
It's a
you.
production.
I asked
Yeah,
you,
it's a
is this
production.
all predetermined, like when we're really watching the WWE?
Well, see,
or not?
When we say the predetermined, we can't call sports predetermined. Like when people say games are fixed, they're not fixed. But what it is that there's a certain element of a production of a show that you're looking for. I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
With the TBT this year, the first thing they said to me wasn't about what my team was. They didn't care if I brung in a whole team of ex-NBA guys. They wanted to know what my story was, right? Because essentially that's how they're going to market to their sponsors. That's
Right.
what they want to know. It's not about the actual game because Adam Silver and the NBA don't care who wins the game. Essentially what they want to do is get the most bang for their buck, the biggest storylines, the most drama, because it sets the stage. If it was up to them, and it's the same way that I do in the Ace League, if it's up to me, and which, believe it or not, the Ace League Championship games has pretty much lived up to that every single year, right?
Yeah.
You want that last second possession to win or lose a basketball game.
Yeah.
Because that gravitates, eyes to the television set. So
Yeah.
that's what they want. So the game is not going to be over. Like, I'm not saying that Adam Silver is sending a memo to the referee saying, hey, blow it a such a way.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that it's not going to be minding if, a person gets away with a crucial call at the end where, changes the whole momentum of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not.
No, and I mean, I don't. I mean, maybe to verify your point, like there were a handful of really dubious calls in Game 5. And, I thought the Celtics got distracted. We got agitated, got pissed, and didn't respond good basketball-wise, and that contributed to losing that game to a degree.
I know where you're going with that, Will, but I don't know. I think basketball is so hard to do that in unless, it's really, really fixated on referees because at the end of the day, the ball got to go through the hoop, man. And the ball has to go through the hoop, and so if the players are not involved, that's hard to do.
Yeah,
but,
that's why I said that it's not.
But it's the production, it's the story. I know what
It's
you're
the
saying.
story.
Storyline.
Yeah, it's
Game
the story.
7. That's more money for the league. That's what we.
No,
got.
I've always gone into like very very much believe that like the broadcast team and whatever you have basically two program storylines. You know, if the Celtics take control of this or if the Warriors take control, and you just rock with that. And it's, you know, again, it doesn't matter to the media who wins per se, but you've got this storyline.
Yeah, and one is going to be
already
better
kind
than
of
the other.
pre-written.
One is going to be better
One
than
is going
the
to be
other.
better than
Yeah.
the other.
So we got
But-
the KD,
but-
the
you-
underlining of KD as well.
But I also I think that like some of the broadcasting and media types that are bad, like they keep pushing like a storyline that's not playing out. Like sometimes in the live broadcast, they'll be kind of talking about things, you know, a Warrior storyline, but that's not really what's happening. Like that's not what this game's about right now.
Well, one of them
Maybe it's
is
about Andrew Wiggins.
one
not,
of
you
them
know,
is the KD thing. I don't know why we're still talking about Kevin Durant with the Warriors.
Yeah.
And then you got these dumb NBA fans on Facebook. Well, when the Warriors lose, the Warriors damn sure use Kevin Durant right now. Curry needs Durant. Like, what are you talking about? They're in the finals, a game or two away from winning the NBA finals. Like, Kevin Durant's been going, what, 2 to 3 seasons now? You know what I mean? Like, that's over with. This team has nothing to do with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has nothing to do with this team. No. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's facts.
And both have already shown that they can win at a high level without each other. Like the Warriors without the Durant without the Warriors. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think that's lazy and dumb and
Well, see,
BS.
that speaks to narratives, though, because that's a narrative. That's the keep engaged in conversation, right? We're talking about it on the podcast, and we damn sure see it on social media all the time, right?
Yeah.
But the narratives get creative, keeps you talking, keeps viewership up, right? Because let's see if the Warriors do it. It's going to make you love the Warriors or hate the Warriors, right? If you, depending on what side of the KD line are you drawn on,
and
right?
let's go to the biggest one of going is the LeBron Jordan thing. It's completely irrelevant to anything that's transpiring, but every season, even when LeBron, like now, like you'll still see stuff about him and about Jordan when he's not even in the playoffs anymore.
Well,
It's just this weird narrative addiction that exists, and it like all to me that it does is deprive you of enjoying the man in front of you.
Yeah, it does.
And you can't look at
It
him without
does.
comparing to something else.
Like I hate that Steph Curry, the top 10. Like today, Dwayne Wade came out and said, "Oh, he's on the top 4. What's that?
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore."
D Wade said that today.
D Wade said that, and I already don't like D Wade anyway.
No.
But that just further proves my point. Like, come on, man. Now we have to down Curry. Like, what the fuck are you saying? Curry's not this. Curry's not that. When we shouldn't have to do that. Curry is a phenomenal basketball player, and let's just talk about what's going on today's game.
Yeah, you should have been able to watch Game 4 for what it was.
Yes.
This guy dropped 41 points.
Yes.
The rest of his team really wasn't given a lot of help, and they find a way to win that on the road. Just enjoy that
That's
for
it,
what
man.
it is.
That's it, man.
We don't need to compare it to
Today,
anything else.
I had to watch the sports shows and talking about Curry in the top 10. And Stephen A's talking about taking Wilt Chamberlain out of the top 10 for Curry. Like, what are we doing, man?
No.
What are we doing?
Wait a second. Wait. You are a Philly guy, though. So was it because it was Wilt?
Yeah.
And it was a Wilt. So
I'm a Wilt guy,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's not even that point. Like it's we're not going to get on the Wilt Chamberlain thing. We're not going to do that. I'm not going to get down on that train. But just to back Pink's point up, man. It's just ridiculous. I like comparing the guys in today's game. Cool with that. Like, okay, is Tatum really a superstar? What's Curry? Is Curry top 5? Is LeBron fading out of that? Like, I like talking about that because you can point to specific things and it's a realistic conversation.
Okay.
And it's happening in front of us.
Yeah.
These
Like
guys don't
Tatum.
play.
Remember, before the series started, we talked about it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I said, even if the Celtics win, I don't think Tatum is a superstar. I said that.
Yeah.
Because his highs are good, but his lows are is too much.
Well, 5 games into this, he has not had a signature game, and he hasn't played particularly well in any of the 5 games.
Yeah.
He's been decent. He's been good to decent in a few, and he was poor in 1 or 2.
Yeah.
He's not had a signature performance that you stand out and say, man, that guy did it. And he had a couple in every round before.
Well, see, that's the narrative, Pink, because, one of the things that I was going to do here, because I was just thinking about some of the different topics that we were going to talk about, and we always talk about narrative, and there's a guy that is playing currently, and I want to talk about his narrative because right now we've always pressed upon we decide who we like and who we don't like, or what the media says. This guy is that, and this guy is that, and I shouldn't say us because we are independent thinkers, but most people are just
the unwashed masses.
Yes. Okay. So no, because that's the truth. Because I wanted to do this. I'm gonna give you a player A. I'm gonna give you a player B. I'm gonna give you a player C, and I'm gonna give you a player D. Okay. Right? There's 4 different players I'm gonna give you. Right? Okay. And when I give you these 4 players, I'm gonna just tell you this right off rip, that 3 of these guys are top 75 players. Okay.
Okay.
Now watch this.
And one's not.
Okay. All right. Watch this. First one, player A, 19 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Okay.
For his career.
For his career. These are all career. Player B, 18 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Career. Right. Here's another one. This is top 75 player. 19 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists a night. And then player D is 19 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. One of those players, tell me which one of those players is not, one's considered a bust, and the other 3 are top 75.
Similar averages. So I see where you're going with this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll pick an obvious one. I guess A, I would say, is not.
Okay. How about you?
I'll go D, the 4th one.
You saying D is the
not the non-top 75.
Non-top 75. So here's the crazy thing about it. The guys I just named you was one Paul Pierce, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists for his career, top 75 player. The other one I named you was the 18, 3 and 3. That's Reggie Miller's stat line for his career. Player C was 19, 6 and 2. You know who that is?
Who?
That's Kawhi Leonard. Career averages, right? And the player D is Andrew Wiggins.
I knew
at
it was going to be Wiggins.
4 and 2. So what we're talking about is Andrew Wiggins has been considered a bust by many, right? As a career averages of 19, 4 and 2.
You know that's not fair though, right, Will?
Well, see, here's the thing.
What's not fair?
What's not fair? He's a number 1 draft pick.
It's not fair to compare.
He's been
to compare averages from Andrew Wiggins and those other guys.
All right, so because you think he's gonna say the length of play time.
Yes.
But see, I've already prepared for that. Andrew Wiggins been in the league 7 years.
He's been in the league 7 years, but he came in as a number 1 draft pick with like 1,000 chances to fail, high usage rate earlier on, like a much higher usage rate than Kawhi Leonard, who came into a playoff situation, who rarely got to shoot the ball his first 2 to 3 seasons. That's just, it's not you know what I mean? Like Kawhi Leonard is a much better basketball player than Andrew Wiggins.
That's not what I'm debating.
But
Kawhi has had 3 years where he's been the focal point of his team.
Yes, and now compare those 3 seasons to, first of all, compare those 3 seasons to his first 3 seasons. It'd be like fucking 23 to like 6 or 5, which brings your career totals down. You understand? So it's high as high.
No, I get what you're saying, but essentially, Bubba, is what I'm saying is the narrative is being created that these guys are just so far and away above. Because like I keep hearing this thing where they got rid of Kevin Durant and Andrew Wiggins, like that was just such a downgrade. When this guy ain't no scrub.
No.
He was the number 1 pick in the draft for a reason.
He needed to be in the right role, which he is now. He's not a star. He's not a go-to player on a championship team. But also I'll say this. I've always said this too. That Golden State Warriors team with Durant was so fucking outrageous. I always said you just pluck KD out of that team and put player B, any normal star, and that would still be a finals team. And
Absolutely.
That's just proven me that with Wiggins.
Absolutely.
With Wiggins being an all-star this year.
I'll go back. I'll go back to this. When Wiggins was drafted by Cleveland, I thought it was a mismanagement by LeBron to get rid of him
for Kevin Love.
I thought, and here's my complete thought on this. As LeBron's aging, he needed more guys that could cover ground and do things.
He wasn't aging like
he
that.
He was 29 when he went back.
Yeah, he wasn't aging.
But he was 29 when he went back to Cleveland.
He was, the aging process had begun. He needed. Nah, you guys. You'll point to his stats and everything, but
no, he was 29. No, I'm pointing to his age.
Right,
he was only 29 when he went back to Cleveland.
You're going back there for at least you ended up being 4 years. You're
Yeah.
going back for a couple years. You don't need like a relatively immobile Kevin Love. That's not going to help you.
Well, we didn't know that.
I did. I was saying it at the time. That's what I'm telling you.
But Kevin Love that year prior was a 22
He's a
and
monster.
12 guy.
I don't
like a
think,
league leading
I
of
don't-
2020s.
I just don't think it was the right complementary piece for LeBron, and I was more intrigued.
It was
more
the
intrigued.
perfect one in
No, it
theory.
wasn't. No, it
Yes,
wasn't. It was
LeBron
an odd
plays well
fit
with
the whole
shooters
time.
around.
In
Yeah,
theory,
in
but
theory.
the whole time they were together, it was an awkward fit.
It's hindsight, Pig.
No, it's not, because I said it at the time. I was convinced of it at the time.
Yeah,
But
but
how can you say Andrew Wiggins would have been what he is now under LeBron?
I did not know
You see what I'm saying?
exact. I did not. Okay, here's my complete
Okay.
take on him at the time. I did not know exactly what he would become, but I saw an extremely long, athletic guy that could come into the league and do kind of like Scotty did for Jordan, some of the dirty work, some of the covering ground stuff that allowed Jordan to focus on what he needed to do to win games. And I saw he could mature into that role. I also saw the benefit of him while being a top pick, going into a situation where he didn't have to function as a superstar because LeBron's that.
Yeah, better
and
for him.
Kyrie's that.
Yeah,
and
better
he
for
could
him.
come in, even though he's a top pick, as an extremely athletic and skilled guy, and basically step in as the third piece.
But you got to remember, he came in.
This is what I said at the time.
Andrew
Maybe,
Wiggins
you know,
came in. Also, he came in the league as a 10-man. Like, you got to understand that, too.
What you mean?
10-man,
And the organization that
no
drafted him.
no
Like-
heart.
Like,
You're saying he had no heart. No, he's saying he had no
no,
heart.
no, because that's motor. See, what he was talking
Low
about,
motor.
that was,
Yeah, okay.
he had
Very
low
low
motor.
motor.
Remember, he had a very low motor. That was the big knock on him, right? You know what I mean? But essentially, also, you got to look at Cleveland's drafting history prior to LeBron coming back there. Remember, they also, the year prior to that, had drafted Anthony Bennett.
Well, they hit with Kyrie.
Right.
They dropped the
And
ball
then
with Bennett.
They
and then
dropped the ball with Bennett, but then they also dropped the ball. Remember, they also had another top 5 with Tristan Thompson that they picked up. They also dropped the ball with Deion Waiters.
Thompson-
Like,
Tristan
Deion's
Thompson
number 4 in the
was a
draft.
Tristan Thompson was a useful player to those teams when LeBron came back.
the fact that you saying that with a straight face, like Tristan Thompson, we're talking about LeBron James, one of the ultimate deodorants of the NBA, right? He masked the stench of those teams.
But that was the very reason.
Tristan
That's
struggled
the
to get minutes
that's the
after
very
Cleveland.
reason why I thought like going to a LeBron team would be perfect for Wiggins, and it would be developmentally good for him because he'd be around that work ethic and that drive.
But you're also asking LeBron, who knows, this is the same man who knows that if he loses a game, doesn't matter if he averages 50, he's going to get the blame. So do you want to go into it with a proven commodity, or do you want to go into a game with an unknown? You see, that's what I'm saying.
He's made much worse decisions than that. Like that's
Okay, number one, let's back up. I never
said
said that was the worst decision he ever made. So let's not get carried away.
made much worse than that.
And again, we don't know how that would have played out, but I'm telling you, at the time, I said that this could have been something that worked, and it might have benefited Wiggins' growth because he basically would have come into the role that he's currently flourishing in with the Warriors, and he would have been around an all-time great player and not just a dysfunctional circus in Minnesota for the first half of his career.
We're also talking about the Warriors. The Warriors is probably the greatest basketball system we've ever seen. I mean, just look at what their system is. It's ball movement. It is a coach who has literally learned from two of the best coaches probably who has ever done it. Phil Jackson and then Greg Popovich. That's who his mentors are.
I agree
right?
with you.
So he's created a system that is predicated on ball movement, team movement, and everything else. Defensive strategy, everything that he's added to what the Warriors are is based on that. So like you said, like Bubba said, you could have plugged and played pretty much any all-star caliber player into that and they will be successful. But even before then, they went 73-9 without having that other all-star character, you know what I mean? Because it's just when you got those kind of shooters, that kind of system, I mean, that's tough to beat.
It's a great system, but like I mean, we kind of started this point by you highlighting that Wiggins' career numbers mirror several top 75 guys.
Yes.
But a lot of that was done with just a bad team. I mean, if I'm Andrew Wiggins, I would look at my career and say, man, I definitely would have rather been playing with LeBron in Cleveland or Curry in Golden State than playing a half a dozen years with fucking Karl
Minnesota.
Anthony Towns and the shitbirds there.
I don't think so. Because you don't make
got
the
his
money.
max contract.
You don't make
Yeah.
the money. You know what I mean?
You don't make
He
the
just
same
got
money as
lucky.
the third man as you do the first man. Bradley Beal to be the perfect example of that.
That's cool
know
if
what I
you,
mean?
because I think players rather make the money first and then try to win later. I mean, and we'll see. There's a lot of guys coming up that's going to have this opportunity to make a change. You know what I mean? Like one is the Poole. I still, even with Poole ups and downs, I think there'll still be bad teams that offer him more money than Golden State can offer him. And there's a lot of other players on a higher level than him that is going to make that decision. Younger players to stay on a bad team or potentially leave, you know what I mean, and win. I think they're going to get try to get the money first. And you can't blame
Most
them.
likely, everybody's a whore.
I mean,
It is what it is.
I mean, that's the nature of the
Like, you know,
beast.
It is what it is. Suck a dick, get a check.
Look at Tyreek. Not only did Tyreek leave for more money, now he's dissing Mahomes and doing all of this. And,
Yeah.
you know.
And when the Dolphins are 5-11,
Oh,
check
Jesus. When you said Tyreek, I just had
No.
to catch up what you were saying.
fault, Tyreek. I switched
Tyreek
sports on you
Hill.
just
Yeah,
then.
Tyreek
Yeah.
Hill. Oh, my God. I seen
Yeah,
that. He was talking about more accurate.
Yeah.
Jesus. Like,
But no, I mean, that's a perfect example of it.
Yeah.
He got paid.
Yeah.
Let's see how enjoyable the rest of his career is.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, what we talk about? He got a championship ring now, right? He do got a ring.
You already got a ring.
He already got a ring.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
get one in football, you done. Like it ain't. I mean, you should be happy with that. Get all
I
the
guess
money
so.
you can
I
get.
mean, we'll see.
Because you one hit away from your career being over.
Sure.
Like, you were one
Slightly
play
different.
away.
It's slightly different. It's slightly different.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, you guys are on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink. We're on all podcast streaming platforms. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We got Will Lee in the building of the Ace League. All righty. Definitely check that out. Go earlier in the stream. Matter of fact, I'll give you guys one more look here. Here go the season dates from June 20th to August 1st. All right. It's an $80 value season tickets, but the season tickets are going for $50. All right. You just can't beat that value to catch some of the top hoopers, all right, really in the world, all right. Some of the top hoopers in the world are going to be participating and playing in the Ace League this summer. You don't want to miss it, all right. What we're going to do next is we're going to go to a new segment, Pink. It's going to be similar to Pink Reaction, but what it is Start a Bench by Coach Pink, all right.
Oh, jeez.
So we're still going to give you, what we're going to do is going to give you an option to start the topic or bench it, right? So that means pass or go.
Oh, I got you. Oh, on
so
the
I'm going to
topic
give you
itself.
on the topic itself. If you hit start on the topic, we're going to talk. You're going to talk about it for a minute and a half.
Okay.
And then after we get through them, you know, Will and I are going to judge you on your takes there. All right. So let's get it going here. Once again, this is Start a Bench by
seat.
Coach Pink. All right. I'm just going to give you like a buzzword. The first one. Cockroaches. Start a bench.
Bench. Clean your damn house.
It was a cool story, but we'll go by these are once again, these are the craziest stories that are happening in the world right now, right?
Oh, okay.
So that's what these are. That's what these topics are attached to some of the craziest stories in the world right now. All right. So the first one was cockroaches, and you're benching it.
Yes.
All right. Anthony Davis.
Let's go in on that motherfucker. Soft ass bitch.
All right, so of course, we know Anthony Davis came out a couple days ago, and he said he hasn't touched the basketball
gay? Oh no.
Since April 5th.
since April 5th, right? So that got a lot of things. That got a lot of people stirring, a lot of people going. And the next day, he posts a picture with the trainer, the shooter, the famous shooter that everyone works out with.
Brickley or
Not Brickley, but the other one.
Hanlon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And saying how he's getting up shots with his main guy Anthony Davis, and people think
Damage control.
People think he did that as damage control. Go ahead.
Did he have another reason? All right, Anthony Davis is your guy's hero. He got the check and he stopped playing.
That's pretty much it.
I think he's one of the biggest bitches in sports. I don't think he likes his craft. If you are a hooper, and we celebrate hoopers all the time, you are picking up a basketball over the last 2 months and doing something with it because you can't resist not doing it.
Right.
I'm 50 years old. I pick up a basketball every damn day, and I don't get paid a dime for it. It's because I love to do it. And if that's what you are, take your check and please get out of the league. I'm tired of watching you. You're a burden to the franchise that signed you. You're a mistake, and just get out of the league. You don't care about it. You've got paid. Go.
All right, that's time. That's good, man. The next one, urination.
I'm down with urination.
You're down with urination.
Do it multiple times a day.
I guess you got to do that, right?
So, so we're going to start the top. Okay, so in Boston, right?
Yeah.
There's an agency that's going to be implementing urine sensors on elevators. So you guys can't be pissing on the elevators anymore in Boston, because what's going to happen is you take a piss in the elevator, the sensor goes off, and it immediately, whatever, the cops and things like that are going to come and get you, man. They're trying to tackle public urination.
All right,
they're trying to
so
stop
they gonna
it.
get babies too? Like, what is that? What are we talking about?
There's a couple layers to that. Like,
What's wrong with this?
I've never pissed on an elevator. I've never had the
you ain't never
desire
been
to
to
piss
Cabrini
on the
Greens,
elevator. What's that?
You ain't never been to Cabrini Greens then in Chicago.
No.
That's all they do is piss in the elevator.
What's the deal with pissing in the elevator?
Huh? They're trying to stop it.
No. Why is it a thing to do? I'd rather piss out a window or something.
Oh, it's the thing, man.
No,
You
it's
never
not.
got in the elevator and just smelled the
Thankfully,
fumigation?
no.
Of the,
Yeah,
oh, man.
No.
You don't go downtown and things like that. Downtown
not in
Orlando,
a
you
long
can-
time. I mean,
Okay,
I don't know.
okay.
I mean,
At
I know
night.
people got to piss, but I'd still piss outside. but this idea, and again, I'm not a big fan of the police. We know that. And so we're going to allocate police resources to round up fucking rogue pissers in elevators. Got to do something better than that.
Yeah.
FTP, fuck the police. Man. shout out to my NWA, man. That's
All right.
absurd.
Next topic is the elephant murderer.
Nah, pass on that. Who cares? Who cares?
That was another cool one, man.
No, it
Go
wasn't.
ahead
I
and
know
pass.
that story. That's
You know
not,
that
it's
story?
just stupid.
All right. Montrezl Harrell, start a bench.
We'll go start him.
All right.
Reluctantly, I'm not a weed guy.
All right. So of course, Montrezl Harrell stopped by the police. And he had weed on him. Now
He didn't just have weed on
he
him.
didn't just have weed on him. He had
High volume weed.
He told the police he had weed in his pocket. He showed it to him, but he also had vacuum sealed bags of marijuana in the car. So they hitting him with intent to sell. He's looking at 1 to 5 years in prison, but with a lot of other things.
Number
he can
one,
get
he
off.
ain't gonna go to prison.
Yeah,
that ain't
right,
happening.
he can get off.
That's
Just
what we-
public sentiment for weed is overwhelmingly favorable.
Yeah.
And so he ain't gonna go to prison. But this is just sloppy living to me.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have to carry around that much weed? Clearly, just have a guy do that. It just makes no sense. I mean, there's some. It's like getting caught for drunk driving these days. Like,
If you
especially-
high, you don't make good sound decisions. Like,
guess.
you kind of see how those two,
But
go
okay,
together,
well
right?
that transitions to that transitions to my other stance on drugs in general, including weed. Is like, I really don't care what happens to you.
Yeah.
Like, you made the choice to do this. If you want to do this, make bad decisions, suffer the consequences of them. If you want to have drugs and OD, tough break. It's your choice. I have no sympathy. It never bothers me when somebody OD. The only time that I was bothered with an OD was Len Bias, and that was like 30 plus years ago. So it ain't gonna bother me now.
All righty then. Last one, start a bench, is threesomes.
Do I need to
All right, so there's a trending story going around. This guy, he put out in the Tribune as of course he didn't attach his name or a picture or anything, but he said his girlfriend and himself had a threesome with another woman, and he never felt more emasculated. Right, so
What did they do to homeboy?
he said he thought it'd be hot to see his girlfriend with another woman, but now he feels terrible. The girl was so much better at everything than him. He has never been able to make his girlfriend react in the way that this stranger woman made him feel. So now he's feeling like, well, did they know each other before, or is she really just that much better than him?
He is
X, Y, Z.
emasculated for sure. I mean, when you play with fire, sometimes you get burned, and that's the reality of it. You got to have a lot of confidence in what you do to get involved in the threesome, and if you don't, just keep it single or solo, my friend. I mean, you know, you got to be built right for the Ace League. You got to be built right for a threesome.
I guess I'm built right for both. I'm just saying, I don't know what my man was doing.
The moment was too big for him.
That's
awesome, though. Wait, where did he post this article?
He shouldn't have never. I mean, think about what kind of man even admits to that openly in public.
Anonymously sent it to the Tribune.
Yeah, like when he was trying to snitch, he was trying to tell on her.
I know, you just take the L in silence and move on.
Yeah, like, what do you do?
Quietly end the relationship with your girl. Get back on Tinder.
That's it, man. You got to get back on it. Got to get back on it, man.
Just wasn't my night.
No, man. Not at all.
That's awesome, though. I'm glad he posted that. Gave us a laugh.
And that's it, man. That does it. I'm going to tell you what. The elephant story, it did take me for a look.
Oh, God.
You heard about the elephant story,
No, I
man?
don't even know it.
So listen, man. Some lady, 70-year-old lady, out and wherever, went and
out where the animals dwell.
Oh, so she did something stupid. She
did something crazy to the elephant.
Oh, so she played stupid games and won a stupid prize.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And the elephant,
story
but that's not the end of it. The elephant trampled her, killed her, 70-year-old lady in India.
That's typically what happens.
But then, almost a week later, they have a funeral for this lady. The elephant shows up to the funeral. Over 100 miles away. Over 100 miles away from where the bullshit happened. And the elephant found her and trampled her again at the funeral. Which is further proof that they say the elephant has the best memory out of all animals.
And he's got
crazy.
He's got a GPS too.
Oh my God. Hey, man. But no, I'm serious about this, man. You not gonna fuck with me in my home, man.
Oh my God, man. No, that better not be a real story, man.
It's real, man. Over 100 miles away, man.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Just imagine like the reactions of the people.
To the people that's there paying their respects.
Oh man.
And who recognized it was the same elephant?
Oh God, no. Oh, I wasn't expecting the story to end like that.
I've never seen Will so shook.
Oh man, that caught me off guard, man. I'm a visual person, so I just see the whole story.
Yo, that's some wild stuff.
Oh my God, man. Oh, that's
some
wild
wild stuff.
Oh, that got me on that one. That got me on that one.
That elephant must have read the Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, that's some good stuff.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I guess I made a mistake passing on the elephant on the elephant story.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
But just to circle back to some of your responses, you think Montrezl Harrell is a millionaire, right? He
ain't broke.
He got enough to get somebody else to do this dirty work for him.
Yeah.
You would think so. But it's funny how you can look at some guys. I don't know Montrezl Harrell from a can of paint. But if you ask me to just single out all the weed guys in the league, he'll be in my group.
He would be in the top.
Oh, yeah.
He spent most of his time out in Cali in his offseason.
Okay, I didn't know
I
that.
seen him out in the Drew
Okay.
just last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know he's been out there. That's weed
You
heaven.
got real
over there.
tears in your
Oh no, man! Look, Oh, that
Will
caught me
got
off
real
guard.
tears
man.
in his
That caught
eyes.
me off guard. I wasn't expecting y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was going to go. I knew it was going to go left. I didn't know how far left it was going. Oh, my God. When you said the elephant tracked it down, I was like, I ain't finished the job or something. Like,
Which begs it, like, what did this lady do to the elephant?
That's what the story doesn't say, man. I want to know what she did, man.
Maybe she had a threesome with a lady and the elephant.
oh, my God, man. Like, for an animal to track you down at your funeral and flip you off? Like, oh, man. Yeah, something.
She must have emasculated the elephant.
I ain't see it going there. I did not see it going there.
And that
Yep, I needed that one. I needed that one.
all that other guy did was write to Tribune.
For real.
He should have trampled the two girls and followed him to the grave.
Well, we're still in a fun mode, man. Let's get to my show recommendations real quick here, man.
Yeah, man.
And see if you guys ever heard of any of these shows here.
Are these like super obscure?
Maybe a couple. We'll see, man.
Okay.
We'll see. And I thought I had it queued up, but I guess I don't, man. So yes, I'm gonna give you guys my top 5 shows of the out right now.
All right.
I think hold on 1 second here while we get some things together here.
This is horribly unprofessional.
It is, but it's a podcast. We can kind of do what we want to do. That's the key point to it.
Oh, yes.
All right. So I don't have it queued up. It's the one thing that's slipping, man. That is slipping. All right, so top 5 shows that Bubba is watching right now and that the whole world should be watching right now.
Okay.
All right. Now, number 5. Now, listen. I don't know how you guys are, but
You're already making disclaimers?
I gotta watch a little. You gotta watch a little BS from time to time. Little light, fun stuff. All right. This is, so feel free.
Light fun or white fun?
Light fun.
Okay.
So feel free to take this out of you if you're not into this type of thing. But P Valley comes in at number 5, a top 5 shows you need to stream and watch right now. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Now, P Valley.
I think Will did.
P Valley is a show.
I'm just learning new things. We're learning new things.
It's hood, it's ratchet, and it got a lot of
homosexuality.
A lot of that.
Oh, it does?
Man, yeah. Now I didn't know that.
I
before
thought
watching.
the P was for pussy, but it's for penis.
It is for that.
Oh, okay.
It is for that. So Pussy Valley is a strip club. It's a strip club, and a homosexual guy runs it. He owns it. Well, not anymore. That's the thing I'm gonna give y'all. But listen, first of all, if Uncle Clifford is not gay in real life, he's one of the best actors in the world. that guy
definitely.
There.
I've seen, I've seen an episode of it because everybody was telling me about it, and I just couldn't do it.
I've never.
It's not. It wouldn't be one of the Pink shows. Oh no, but it got it's a lot of. It's a strip club type of show, so it got some ass in there. It got some stuff that'll pull you in. Well, Uncle Clifford might push it right back on out. All right. All right. So that's number 5. So just beware. That's number 5.
Okay.
Now I got something for everybody on this list.
I guess Uncle Clifford didn't quite push you out.
Chill, man. I got something for everybody on this list. All right. So number 4 is The Boys. Now The Boys is sort of a show with
the one from London or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
London show, but it got superheroes in it, things of that nature. So if you're into that type of thing, it's a fire show. All right, it really is. Great storyline, great writing, superpowers with new superpower, abilities that you probably haven't seen. So that's cool too. All right, so that's number 4, The Boys. Now, number 3. This is for my science fiction folks. I'm all over the place. I love watching everything. This show is top of the line. The Man Who Fell from Earth. All right, it got a black lead actor in it. Matter of fact, that's the second one.
He's a good actor.
You seen the show?
Nah, the show looks stupid as shit, but he's a good actor.
No, the show is fire. The show is fucking phenomenal.
I can't stand sci-fi.
So you're not a sci-fi guy. But if you're a sci-fi person, this show is top tier. All right. And once again, these are shows, top bubbas that watching right now. I understand there's better shows of all time and all this and that. These are the top 5 shows Bubba's watching right now that is literally on the streaming.
If you're heading into the dark days of summer television,
now
Bubba's here to save you.
1 and 2, I switched on the way over here.
Really?
All right, I switched on the way over here.
Indecisive.
Number 2 coming in, I got Stranger Things. Now, Stranger Things is a huge popular show. Everyone loves it. I knocked it a peg because the first half of the most recent season here that just dropped a week or so ago wasn't popping like the other seasons, but it's still a great show. You know what I mean? Stranger Things is
My wife just put me on that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's different. It's a different type of show.
It's a different type of show.
I literally have not watched a minute of any of these shows.
Yeah.
that you've mentioned.
But you've
Stranger
heard
Things,
of
all
Stranger Things, right?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, you've
It's
heard
different.
of it.
It's a different type of concept.
I
like it.
I don't like strange things. That's part of the problem.
Straight down to the arrow, like this. This is what it is. It makes sense.
Well, I'm determined to have something on here that Pink likes. This is top 5 shows
You're
that
down
Bubba's
to
watching
one.
right now.
All right.
I'm down to number 1. I know Pink will love this show, even if he hasn't seen it. And number 1, come in, number 1.
Hookers at the point.
Is Lincoln Lawyer.
I watched the whole thing.
Lincoln Lawyer
Yeah, it
is
was solid.
fucking
It was solid.
solid.
It's
It's
I
fire,
heard that's. I remember the movie with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
I love the movie.
I didn't see the movie. There's a movie?
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
That came
I
out like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I gotta check that out.
Yeah,
I was gonna say late
Is
90s,
it?
early 2000s.
Are you saw the movie too?
Yeah.
And you've seen the show?
Yeah.
It's similar or completely different
They
stuff?
changed the storyline and things of that nature, but it's
But
in the
similar
same camp.
enough?
Yeah. Similar
Okay,
enough.
okay.
The
Similar.
movie was fire. The
Yeah,
movie
yeah,
All
was
right,
similar.
I
good.
gotta check that out. That's good.
But it's a lot of twists and turns to Lincoln Lawyer. You know what I mean? It's it's fast enough to where the slow people can keep up and watch, but it's it's slow enough for you to appreciate it and go along with the awesome writing and awesome production of the show.
I'm gonna check that out. You're like the 3rd person that said that.
Yeah,
definitely check it out.
I like that.
No, for sure. So that's top 5 shows that Bubba is watching right now. That is on all streaming services. You know, you got to pick the right one or get on one of these apps that me and Will are on, so you can just watch anything you want to watch.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? All right. So
By the way, are you a Ted Lasso guy?
no,
You don't like that at all?
no,
Okay.
not Ted Lasso guy. I watch a lot of stuff though, man.
Have you seen it and just don't like it?
I tried it.
Okay.
I tried it.
I loved it. That was amazing for me.
Okay. All right. This is what we could do. We can either go to more basketball, or we can end the show on more basketball, or we can end the show on a crazy story.
We need
of
a
the
crazy story, Bubba. It's been too long.
week. It's been that long.
It has
I just
been.
told the Chili story 2 weeks ago.
Man, you
Yeah,
just
that
told
was-
that
that
elephant
was-
story.
that
That
was-
elephant story.
If only you had a direct personal connection to that story, that'd be great.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
know.
mean the cheerleading story was okay. It wasn't among your best, to be fair.
Oh, okay. All right. What's your vote, Will?
I mean, I'm with whatever. So
All right. So we'll end the show on the crazy story of the week.
Yes, we win.
All right, so Will, what happens on the show? We usually close the show out with a Bubba crazy story of the week. I got a bunch of them that's laid out on YouTube. Whether it's I got hit so hard at Part 1 of football, I doodled on myself. I told the story about Dwight Howard with our trainer,
Yeah.
with our trainer friend.
Yeah.
What Dwight Howard kind of had his thing on my shoulder when I worked for the Orlando Magic, and I had to say something in Orlando Magic. They never invited me back. All right,
He lost his press. He lost his press again, John.
lost my press.
After
I lost-
taking Dwight Howard's dick in the shoulder.
oh my God.
Where's
man.
where's the justice?
No justice,
Oh,
no peace.
my
Shout out
God.
to Tucker, man. Shout out to Tucker. And a lot of other stories that I laid out on YouTube there, man. Just the craziest things happened to me. Now, this story this week, you're going to kind of relate to it because you said earlier that you are in a fraternity.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Bubba went to college, went to a couple colleges, and I had the pleasure of joining the line.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not in a fraternity, but I was online.
You was online.
Now, what online means that you're starting the
Yep, you
process
started the process
of
through it
becoming
after Hell Night and all that type.
in a fraternity. Now, this is at Bethune-Cookman University. Some of the guys that that I was online with and on Facebook, they watched the show, and some gonna be mad and some gonna laugh. So it's just whatever you want to do.
So going against the code right now. You're not supposed to tell what happens
I'm not
online.
supposed to tell.
Yeah,
I'm
he's not
go.
supposed to tell what
Bubba,
happens online.
Bubba wide
That's
open.
why some will be mad.
Yeah,
Bubba
yeah.
wide open. And I'm not going to say which fraternity it was. You know what I'm saying? So my roommate, I have two of my roommates, two or four, is in a fraternity at this time. You know what I'm saying?
He's already fully in.
Yeah, both of them are fully in.
Just like
they've done the
Uncle Clifford.
process, and it's coming about that time, sophomore, junior year, where a lot of people are starting to join fraternities and start that process. So I didn't catch the ride with them. They're in 2 separate fraternities. So now me and my other roommate, or my roommate's friend, but he's a part of the clique. We decide we're going to go and join a fraternity too, but we join 2 different ones too, because you're going with ones that you like. You just don't want to ride with your boy. You want to ride with the ones that fit your values, fit what you try to do. All right, so it's time for me to join a fraternity. You got to go to these little meetings and stuff like that. I'm gonna skip all that because it's pretty, normal. They go there, you share your name, your story, what's going on, how you doing in your class and stuff like that. And then they tell you, yeah. Now what they're not doing here is they're not telling you what you're about to go through. That's what they're not doing. But and also my boys that were in a fraternity is not telling me exactly what they went through. They just say it's but you could do it, man. You could do a couple things in there, but you could do it. This and that. I say, well, yeah, if y'all can do it, I know I can do it.
I've sized you guys up.
So I pass off with flying colors. They do reject some people from these meetings that these pre-meetings that we go to, but I pass with flying colors. I get through. Now, there's 2 factors going in. Number 1, I decided I'm not gonna pay my money till close to the end, which is kind of issue for those guys. And number 2, I'm gonna tell y'all in a second. So we get on this line, and the people are selected. You got you got your front end to the back end, and it kind of goes by height. All right. In the front of the line, which is the shortest guy, he really controls the line in a lot of aspects. All right. So we meeting at this older guy's apartment that is inside of the fraternity. All right. Now, sometimes guys fly in, come in from all around. Sometimes they're free. You might catch a guy from that fraternity that's from Texas, but he might be vacationing in Daytona that time. He gonna come by, stop by, and whatever. So
are they college students or
No.
postgrads?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, alumni and stuff like that, right? But they're still a part of the fraternity. They're still a part of it and whatever. Okay. What we have to do is a couple things. Number 1, you have to learn, I kind of call it the literature, because you have to speak it back. All right. I have the worst fucking memory. And what happens is,
I would have hated you.
Yeah, because if one person cannot remember the literature, the whole line gets punished. You understand? So it have to do certain things. Now, people who watching the story who knows about fraternities and sororities know that there's something called the wood and stuff like that. But to these guys' credit, the wood didn't come to a lot later on in this process, right? We started out just literally trying to learn the literature, learning more about each other, the line, stuff like that. And now here goes some of the crazy things that we had to do. All right. We one time we were blindfolded, taken to the beach, and we had to walk for like a fucking, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours, blindfolded, right? The whole line. Then there was a guy who I guess he drove on the other end, and he's like far out, like, you know what I mean? And you can hear somebody say, "Take your blindfolds off." You know what I'm saying? Now we on the beach at nighttime. Who the fuck knows what we can run into, you know what I'm saying? But they put us in a line and just say, if y'all walk straight, y'all will be straight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all walk straight, y'all will be straight. You know what I mean? And this, there's reasons and meanings to just all the stuff that they have us doing. But they have us do that. And then we have to make our way back home together. We got to find a way to make our way back.
With the blindfolds on or off?
Off.
Okay. So you walk down the beach, blindfolds on. The guy yells, "Take him off," and then you're on your own to find a way back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Right. So we got to find our way back, walk back. All right. To the dorms. All right. Couple other crazy things. Now, it's different between sororities and fraternities. I've heard like you can't brush your teeth or do this and do that, and you can't wash yourself. But we didn't go through that. We went through stuff like you can't walk through the main we call it the quad, which is where everybody hangs out at. So now we can't hang out. You know what I'm saying? You can't walk through the crowd. You gotta go all the way around to go to the thing. You gotta address people a certain kind of way. The guys,
Big brother,
the big brother, yeah, stuff like that. You gotta address them in that sort of manner. Also, when we get like online in these apartments, when we're doing the literature, sometimes they mix it up, right? And because our thing was in the beginning was calisthenics, right? So when you messed up, push-ups, sit-ups, get out and jog and run a bunch of miles and stuff like that. So we're doing a bunch of that. But to avoid that, if I messed up or somebody messed up, okay, well, make us laugh then, or do something silly, do something crazy. Now, that's one thing I was good at. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't learn the literature, but I could make some people laugh. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll make us crack on each other, stuff like that. And I just took it back old school. Oh, yo, big head ass, da-da-da-da-da. And I just have everybody cracking up every time. Now, what separated was I'm doing okay to this point. I'm doing all right. I'm trying to learn it, this is that. But now the wood is finna come. All right. So, if you don't get something, you don't remember the literature or something like that, you get the wood. You get spanked on the ass. All right. Now that's what breaking the code come in at, because that gets a little finicky from the allegations and stuff like that. All right. But it's old school, it's ritual, and it's traditional. All right. So the time comes for that, and I still don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? And
you made it all the way to Hell Night?
Huh?
You made it all the way to Hell Night?
I didn't make it to Hell Night. Did not make it to Hell Night. But still, within the process, you got to, you learning and results come. So the first night that they bring the damn thing out, now I'm a good month and a half in though. So I'm deep in. I'm almost to Hell Night. The front of the line, they almost said his name. He I said Troy. He gets something wrong in the thing, right? So the guy brings Big Wood out and bow, like that. You know what I'm saying? Hit him real hard, this and that. They coming down the line. I'm close to the end. You know what I'm saying? And we spitting it back. They get to me. Now it's a bunch of guys in the room. Bunch of alums and whatever. And things like that from the fraternity. They get in the room. Plus my homeboy. They get to me and I mess up, of course. Like everybody know I was gonna mess up. And, the guy ran the wood. And I don't know, it's kind of like instincts or whatever. I just turned around, I grabbed it like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got these guys that's in the room, they don't know me. You know what I'm saying? They don't know. So they,
They gaslighting.
You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do this. So now they get cussing me out, doing this and that, because I grabbed the paddle. So it causes a ruckus, but luckily, like I say, I got my boy in the room, which he's trying to toe the line. He's trying to tiptoe the line because he's part of that fraternity now. He's real deal serious about it. But I'm his boy from way back, so he trying to toe that line. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I know him. He take me out. He talked to me for a while. About 3 or 4 of the guys, including him, they take me out. They talk, hey, man, you got, this is a part of the process. You got to do this. Y'all almost there, man. Y'all almost there to the end, man. You can do it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's, they try to hype me up, do this and that. In the end, man, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. But I did want to be a part of that fraternity a lot, but I couldn't do that fucking part. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't fucking do it. And then, so they go through the process. I dropped the line the next day. I couldn't do it. Luckily, I hadn't paid my money yet. I don't know if I got a refund or not yet. Yeah. But all the guys that done paid, well, except 2 of us. I was one of the 2 that hadn't paid yet. We were 12 deep on that line. You know what I'm saying? So 10 or 12 had paid. I was one of the 2. So luckily, I didn't pay. Or I'd have been fighting somebody for a refund. And you know what I'm saying? And they go through, and they do their shit or whatever. Now, in the aftermath, all the fraternities and sororities, they talk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking. I'm trying to pull this Delta chick. I didn't know she was a Delta at first. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know she was a Delta. This is like maybe like a day or two before they come out, because there's a big ceremony thing where all the new fraternity guys online, they come out, they step, and it's a big celebration. They get coochie that night, all that good stuff.
I'll tell you a story about that.
And just to close the loop on that, I tried to holler at this girl, this Delta chick, and she told me, I heard about you. Everybody talk about you. You dropped the line, and you was a bitch about it, and this, and that. I said, what the fuck told you that, man? This, and that. So I got a bad fucking rap for dropping the line and not going through it, man.
Yeah. Look, that wasn't that bad. You would have never been able to join the ones up north. Like, there's a difference between the black fraternities and the white fraternities. I know there's that cultural thing there. There's just a cultural thing there. Because, our culture, there's a certain line that we won't allow ourselves to cross. So I got a real quick story to tell y'all. You know what I mean? Because I've seen these type of things happen, and it kind of ties into some of the conversations we've had. There's a fraternity up there. I'm going to just call them, I'm not going to say their whole thing, I'm just call them Phi Alpha. Okay. All right? Phi Alpha up in Michigan. They have this thing, and you know how other fraternities, you hear about other people's process from people like you, who drop out of the thing like, oh, fuck that, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? And they like, I'm out. So one of the dropouts from Phi Alpha, a white fraternity up there, and so this is why I said.
It's a white fraternity.
It's a white fraternity.
Oh, okay.
So one of the dropouts from there, because he ended up trying to come and pledge us the following year. And so we was asking him questions like, man, if you didn't go through their process, then why you think you can go through ours? And so he like, because I can assure you, I know ain't none of y'all doing the foul stuff they do. so I was like, you might got a point there, because them boys is wild. So I'm sitting here looking like, this is where I'm thinking about this Deshaun Watson thing, right? So he goes in there. So we was like, yo, what did they do? So he was like, all right, my man, they make you go up. They make all our pledges. We had to go up to Mrs. Fields. And at Mrs. Fields, the cookie place.
Yeah.
So we have to go up to Mrs. Fields. We have to buy the biggest cookie they have, right? They got this big jumbo cookie. And they make us all stand there, right? They make us, when we get to the house, after we doing a bunch of stuff online or whatever, they make us all hold this cookie with one hand. We got to hold this cookie. The other hand, we got to drop our drawers and get to masturbate. And the last person to masturbate on that cookie has to take a bite of that cookie. They call it the nutty cookie. I said, ain't no way on God's green earth.
On the cookie?
The last person, if you bust your load last, you have to take a bite out of that cookie.
It's a great time to be quick.
And that's the kind of crazy stuff that, you know what I mean? There's a cultural difference. Now, shouldn't the guys in that, that went through that process that didn't make it, shouldn't they feel like they should have a lawsuit on their head? Because I don't know if it gets any worse than that.
I've never pledged a fraternity. After my first week at FSU, I concluded it's not anything I'd ever want to be associated with. I don't get, like, just the way that I'm wired. Like, if you're going to make me do something stupid, I'm going to hate you till I die. That's just how I can't then be your brother or anything.
Yeah, man.
Like, you are, I want you to die more than I want you to breathe. That's how I am. And so I can't, if somebody hit me with wood, fuck you, I want you to die. Somebody's going to fucking come on a cookie and make people eat. Like, no, you're fucking weird, man.
Look.
Yeah, I don't get, like, how that connects to some sort of, like, meaningful relationship. It's just, there's a disconnect for me.
Hey,
now.
I'm trying to tell you some of the wild stories that you hear about fraternities.
Oh, yeah, I've heard some
like,
wild
I mean,
stuff.
I'm not saying that black fraternities don't have you do wild things. I'm not saying that by one iotas, but it ain't nothing like that. Because I don't know any heterosexual black male that's going for that. You know what I'm saying? That's going for that. But the fact of the matter is...
Yeah, and I got my master's from Rollins. And Rollins do some crazy shit,
man.
Rollins College, they
be doing some wild stuff.
They do some wild stuff.
I mean, y'all had the beach, we had snow. So, you know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Y'all had the beach, we had snow on certain things. So, but
yeah. That's wild, though.
Hey, man. Well, you guys have been on the bench this week, man. On the Bench podcast with Bubba and Pink. Appreciate Will for coming on, man.
Had some
June
laughs,
20th.
man.
June 20th, man. H-League. Started H-League, man. You guys come out, support, and watch some damn good basketball.
Hell yeah. We'll be there. I'll be there.
We're out.
All right, later.